We had an exciting super speedway race on Saturday in the Wawa Cup Series, and we head from one super speedway to another for some of these drivers as the BodyArmor Pro Series returns here on this Monday night from the original fictional track in NR2003. We're here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. It's the third race of the season here in the 2024 BodyArmor Pro Series, the Coca-Cola 100k, 21 laps of action around this 3-mile super speedway in Concord, Massachusetts. Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. We are here for the third race of the season. It's going to be a very fun one as well, because the first two races, we've seen all sorts of different things happen, and we've seen two of the best drivers win these races so far. But hey, you know, this series is filled with a bunch of the best drivers that we got on the channel. Thomas Troxel he's got a clean sweep on all three series coming into this race at the moment in the points lead. But hey, anything can change here at Coca-Cola. Obviously, no one is safe considering where they are starting. And it's going to be very interesting to see who ends up going to victory lane in this one and see if anyone can close in on Thomas Troxel in the point standings. Of course, still 13 races left to go in this season, still a long time left. But hey, if Thomas Troxel gets another race victory, he's really going to start pulling away in this championship. And remember, only the top 10 finishers in each of these races receive championship points. And because of that, Troxel could very well have an advantage as we move on through the season. Of course, 21 laps here, no pit stops as usual here in the BodyArmor Pro Series. But this here, a traditional race in the old Pro Series, the Coca-Cola 100k, and it's going to go by really quick here tonight with only 21 laps around this Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Of course, we go in upwards of 230 miles per hour here around this racetrack, and hey, one mistake could cause a pretty massive accident. You got to be careful. And of course, we're under the lights here as well, which means the grip is not as high as it is on the day version. And because of that, these guys tend to get on the outside and get some Darlington stripes here at Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Also adds an entire another dimension to this race. But hey, someone's going to win this one here tonight. And hey, who knows? We'll definitely see how it ends up shaking out for these veteran drivers here today. It's Sergio and Alonso starting on the pole alongside Derek Campbell. Like I mentioned, it's Thomas Troxel who is your points leader coming into this race, and as of right now, he is the points leader in the Haas IndyCar Series, the Wawa Cup Series, and the BodyArmor Pro Series, all three at the same time, and he could very well win the championship in all three. That is very possible. Of course, he won the Mountain Dew 500 on Saturday in the Wawa Cup Series, and I feel like with that, coming into this race, he's going to have a lot of momentum and possibly getting this one here tonight. And he starts in the 5th position. Of course, the starting lineup determined by our last race's fastest lap. And Alonso had the fastest lap there at Hillside 3 weeks ago. Nathan Stablin was the winner of that race. He comes in 18 points behind, but those are his only points from that win, 25 points. Then it's Alonso there, 21 points behind. Drew Webb, 23 points behind. And then Joe Rutkowski tied with Tanner Parton, both 28 points behind. Of course, only the top 10 finishers receive championship points. 25 points to the winner, 18 the second, 15 the third, and it's 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Going down the order, identical to that of Formula 1, as we have pretty much always done here in the BodyArmor Pro Series. Let's go ahead and get these guys to roll off here from the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Like I mentioned, it's Sergio Alonso starting on the pole position here tonight for this third race of the season alongside Derek Campbell there in the 22 machine. Of course, both of these guys have a lot of experience, especially on the super speedways, and they both have won races on super speedways in the past. Tanner Parton to the inside of Blaine Keys there in row number 2. And hey, Tanner Parton has never won before on the channel. He's one of the few drivers in the series going for his first career win, and it could come here tonight. You got Thomas Troxel, your points leader, alongside Drew Webb there. How about those two guys in the battle we'll probably see out of those two in the Wawa Cup Series this season? Agar Barretta to the inside of the 79 there of Matt Tuck. And of course, Matt Tuck, definitely a solid driver, and he made his first ever start on the channel in the Thanksgiving 500 all the way back in 2015 here at Coca-Cola. So how about that for Matt Tuck? That literally just popped into my head right as I was talking about him. We got ourselves in row number 5, the 75 of Trey Bartow and the 15 of Caleb Rose. The 47 of Joe Rutkowski to the inside of Chase Harris in the 77. 82 machine of Jesse Turner to the inside of Ludovic Charette. We've got ourselves Dylan Matthews and Travis Crampton, Logan Williams, Stuart Gratton, Christian Master, Justin Zidell, Nathan Stapleton, Brad Stover, and then it's Nicholas Amadeo and Reggie Fogelman. And Nicholas Amadeo has won twice here before the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. He's won in the Pro Series here in this very race and has won the Thanksgiving 500 as well. Who knows, he may get win number 3 at this famed Superspeedway here tonight. Of course, he is going for his 26th career win on the channel. Same with Jesse Turner, and this is an opportunity for both of those drivers to catch up to Fitzwater. Fitzwater comes in with 28 career wins, but of course he does not run in either the Pro Series or the Elimination Series. So these guys have a bit of an advantage because they'll run in a few more races than he will this year, at least in the first part of the year during the Wawa Cup Series season. And they could very well catch up to him before the end of the year. Going to be a fascinating little battle on the all-time wins list. Here we go. Here's Larvin Alonso wants to get up there. Trey Bartlett's going for win number 20 here tonight. We'll have to see. A lot of storylines as always in this series, and Alonso's going to lead us off. We're green flag racing. It's Pro Series night in America at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Oh boy, that's not going to work, and Brad Stover just flipped upside down. And just like I was saying, you do not want to end up in a situation where you're stuck in an outside wall and come back down, and that is what happened right there to Brad Stover. However, yeah, caution definitely came out for that one. No doubt about it, we're going to need a caution for that one. Stuart Gratton, Caleb Rose, Chase Harris. Harris was one of the first guys I saw there who got up into that outside wall. And Caleb Rose bounced off, came down, and that 53 went upside down. And Stuart Gratton with damage in that one. That's a tough break for him right there. And we start this race off. That's 2 flips in a row here in the BodyArmor Pro Series. Not exactly the way we wanted to start it out here, but that's the way it is going to work out. Chase Harris, one of the first guys up into that outside wall right there. And we see that happen here quite a bit for those guys as it gets a little bit loose up there, not much grip on the outside lane, and that wall comes right at you. Igor Beretta won the race back to the line. Only 2-lap cautions here so that we do not run the entire race out. Obviously no need to come down the pit lane for these guys. They're good to go the whole way through, so just waiting for the pace car to catch up. They'll line them back up. Looks like Caleb Rose will actually remain in the lead lap, same with Stuart Gratton, but then again, too, if you don't finish top 10, it really doesn't matter. We know Brad Stover won't be finishing top 10 here tonight. All right, let's go ahead and see what happened in some more clarity to those drivers there off the exit of turn number 4 in the first lap of the race here in this Coca-Cola 100k. Well, here we go. Matt Tuck in the outside wall right there, and also Chase Harris. And then it's also Derek Hamill. So 3 drivers there, and 3 and 4. That's going to be a treacherous spot here tonight. Caleb Rose is trying to avoid Hamill right here. And then they come off the exit. He just can't do it. He also slides up and then bounces down in the Brad Stover. And then Stuart Gratton has absolutely nowhere to go. And right when he hits him, that's when that 53 goes upside down. And, oh boy. What a ride here for Brad Stover in this 53 machine. Really wasn't that violent of an accident, all things considered. He just got hit in the wrong place and got sent around. But he only went halfway around right here into the pit lane on his lid. And, you know, this is a reason why this track does not exist in real life, because you would not want the pit lane to be right there coming off the exit, where those guys can just come in a car upside down, basically, and have no control. He's going through pit stalls right there. Obviously, we don't use them for this race because only 24 drivers in the field, but yeah, definitely not the way Brad Stover wanted to start this race out, because he ain't going to finish it. And once again, he is, well, he actually did get a couple of points in the first race of the season, but outside of that, he's not going to get any here tonight. and that's going to hurt them in the championship hunt. Same with Caleb Rose and Stuart Gratton. Even if they'll be able to continue, they're going to be sent quite a ways back, and with the damage they have, I don't think they're going to be able to rebound too well from that. So, tough break for all those guys involved. Let's go ahead and replay that in real time. I'm going to focus on Brad Stover right here. You're going to see Caleb Rose right up there at the top of your screen, and then boom, right there. It's the wrong place, the wrong time for those guys, and that's a common thing here at Coke. These guys can definitely find themselves in precarious situations off the exit of the corner right there, and Brad Stover going around multiple times in the pit lane. Well, Igor Barretto's your race leader in the 71, and we'll have to see who can keep their cars clean as this race moves along and has an opportunity at the race victory near the end. Let's get back to it here. Going to restart on lap 4 of 21 here in the Coca-Cola 100k. We're back here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway Pro Series Night in America here from the original fictional NR2003 track. Definitely a wild way to start this one off here tonight, but that's what we expect here in the Pro Series. A lot of tracks that you wouldn't see in real life, and hey, our next race, GNC Stunt Road there with Dirt Extreme. Oh boy, that's going to be a lot of fun. That's a fun race. It's a lot different than the rest of anything that you'll see on the channel this year. Gonna be a lot of fun there, and gonna open up May, and then we're leading him to Indy 250 week after that. The Indy 100k, one of the few non-goof tracks on the circuit for these guys there at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and that'll be a fun one, as it always is, during Indy 250 week, so definitely a lot of hype around that. It's gonna be a huge Indy 250 week this year. Looking forward to that race coming up here, and hey, just about a month. It won't be that long now when we're there at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're excited. Igor Barretto's excited. He wants to get a win as a driver. It's been a while since he's gone the victory lane behind the wheel. And here's Larvin Alonso, Tanner Parton, Thomas Troxel, Drew Webb, Trey Bartow, Christian Master, Dylan Matthews, Joe Rutkowski, Logan Williams. That is the top 10 coming to the line. We're back underway on lap 4 of 21 here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. And out of the race, the only driver who is going to be out of the race, ironically, from all that, well, maybe not ironically, because he did go flipping, would be Brad Stover. Everybody else still on the lead lap after that accident. Of course, Stover was really the only one who took a wild tumble on all of that occurred. You got Drew Webb here, Thomas Troxel, Tanner Parton, Alonso. They almost went 4 wide there through the corner. Here comes Christian Master in the 16. You know, you got the guys who are still running very well now, running full-time in the Cup Series, and, you know, obviously Troxel, Drew Webb, 2 of those guys who have a lot of success in the Wawa Cup Series. But you got Christian Master, who he has a Wawa Cup Series win, but not in the Wawa Cup Series this season. He's in the Sprint Series full-time, and I know he'd love to show these guys what he's made of here. And you got some guys who aren't even in the Cup Series or the Sprint Series for that matter, like Caleb Rose, who's an owner in both. Nathan Stapleton the same way. Well, guess what? Nathan Stapleton won last week. Igor Barretto the same way. In that 71 machine, they don't get much of a chance to race as a driver. They're very skilled owners on the series. Multiple owners wins between all of those guys. Derek Campbell, another one of those drivers as well. We'll have to see if any of them get the job done here tonight. It's going to be very fascinating to see, once we get to the end of this race, if we get a driver who dominates near the end. That is something that does tend to happen here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway with these guys. And we may end up with just a few guys in line, because these guys, they're really cutting it close. There goes Bartow on the outside wall. We've seen a few guys already tap that outside wall significantly here tonight. Hasn't been as bad as it was during that first lap. Of course, Derek Campbell, Drew Webb off the pace. And what is Stuart Gratton doing? He's driving a modified around this place. Igor Barretto, like I was saying there, we could get to a point in this race near the end where someone dominates. Well, Barretto has led every lap since the restart. And now you got Tanner Parton trying to take the race lead away from him. Ladovic Shretton on the outside wall right there. And this is going to be a race of attrition with all of that considered, because these guys do not have that much grip going through these corners, and they're really edgy. And if you get it aligned just a little bit, it's like hitting that bump at the Texas Motor Speedway when they're going side by side for the race lead. Igor Barretto's going to get shuffled out of line. Here comes our last winner, Nathan Stapleton, looking to go 2 in a row. Troxel in the middle of all that, and Barretto's going to get a Darlington stripe right there. Call it a Coca-Cola stripe. Bartow in the wall again back in there, and these guys are starting to spread out a little bit because of all these guys hitting that outside wall. Travis Crampton, here's your Larvin Alonso on the inside lane here as Tanner Parton leads in the 54. And hey, don't look now. Here comes Nicholas Amadeo on the 48. And, you know, it's been a bit rough this year for him as Troxel, he's in the outside wall. I don't think that's going to be quite enough to get him knocked out of the pack, but he's got to be careful not to accumulate too much damage, because that will slow him down. I'm going to try to get back in line right there. But as I was about to say, it's not been the best of years for Nicholas Amodeo. I mean, he's still running okay in the Wall Cup Series, but obviously Bristol, that's a hard one to get around, and you know what? This is the kind of race Nicholas Amodeo would win. He's won here twice before, of course, years ago when he won here in those 2 races. But you know what? He went from the 23rd starting position, now he's in the 4th position here in only 8 laps. And that's not too impressive considering this is Coca-Cola, but hey, this is definitely the kind of race that Amodeo could win. He's got to be careful though with Stapleton and then Jesse Turner. You know, this is also the kind of race that Turner could win as well. And they're both here in the top 10 as Joe Rakowski gets stuck on that outside wall just a little bit right there. It's Travis Crampton who has taken lead away from Christian Master, who led that lap. Got Justin Seidel on this inside, Logan Williams as well. And right now, Thomas Troxell's outside the top 10, out of the points. That's a good opportunity for Nathan Stapleton, who's second in points to close in. And here's Alarvin Alonso, who's third right behind him, to have an opportunity of taking the points lead going into Dirt Extreme 2 weeks from now. We've got ourselves Amodeo on this outside lane, and these guys are starting to form up into a single file line right here. It's getting kind of tough to run side by side. Some guys who have had issues, Matt Tuck, Caleb Rose, obviously Reggie Fogelman got in that outside wall, so did Ludovic Charette, Dylan Matthews as well. Looks like Barretto, obviously we've seen Barretto get into that outside wall quite a bit, but like I was saying, this is the part of the race where we might see Travis Crampton possibly dominate. He's got this lead now, and with how spread out these guys are, it's harder for these guys to get a run than it is when we run here under the sunshine in the Thanksgiving 500. Those guys, they can make moves pretty quickly there. Here, it definitely becomes a bit of a challenge, and yeah, Christian Master trying to pull away from these guys. He's actually going to close in enough on Crampton. I don't think the tires have worn out quite enough yet for that to be the case. The tire wear definitely comes into effect here. Obviously, the grip is a big thing here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway under the lights. Which is kind of ironic. You would think it'd be the other way around, but that's just the way this game has it set up, or that's the way it is baseline. I haven't changed the I&I on this track, and hey, what's the point? You know what? I like what we're seeing out here. It's a fun race. And any of these guys who are, you know, currently still in this lead draft could still theoretically win, from Thomas Troxell all the way up. So, going to be interesting to see how that ends up shaking out. Slight wall tap there for Turner and Rutkowski and Alonso, as Master has taken the lead back away from Crampton. Hey, Tanner Barton's kept himself top 5 pretty much this entire race. That is impressive at a super speedway such as this. And you got Nathan Stapleton looking to go 2 in a row here early on in the season. Of course, you know Stapleton's a solid driver. Got the win last time out at Hillside. This is Hillside times 3. A couple original fictional racetracks in the game. Logan Williams up here in the 38. His teammate over there in the Wall Cup Series right ahead of him. And now these guys have joined right back up. Amodeo trying to move his way back on the inside. And way up goes Alonso. And that may end up being a wall ride for him. That was a bit too much there, going into the corner and just shot it up. And he's going to fall back. And he may not get any points from this one. Was trying to keep that thing in the top 10. But you see the damage there. It showcases left side damage when they hit the outside wall with the right side of their car. Crampton back to the lead. We're going to see a lot of lead changes in this race, but we're now halfway here in this Coca-Cola 100k. Amodeo trying to work the inside. Edgar Barretto, Thomas Troxell working their way back up front. That is not what Stapleton would have seen, especially Alonso trying to close in on Troxell. And I mean, I'll tell you, what is it with Troxell leading all of these series in the points right now? Leading in the 1008 Car Series, leading in the Wall Cup Series. I think that's the least surprising based on what he did last year. But then he won Talladega, which, hey, you know, that's not the race you would necessarily expect a guy like that to get his first win of the season at. But hey, he did it, and now he's got all the momentum going into these last 9 races before the chase, trying to go back-to-back in the regular season championship, which gives you a huge boost going into the chase, and Troxell could definitely use that, trying to get his first ever Wall Cup Series championship. You know, Abe Troxell, his brother, almost won the Chick-fil-A Cup Series championship all the way back in 2015, Season 3. Cameron Garlington got him in that one, and I'm sure that's ringing in Troxell's mind right there. Pretty sure Troxell, he's at 18 career wins now, looking for number 19 here tonight. It's either he's got 17 now, or he's going up to 18, or he has 18 going up to 19. I know Barta was one going for number 20. That's not going to happen for him here today. But yeah, Nicholas Amodeo still up here, and he could have a shot at this. But I think we're at a point right now, just like I was saying, these guys are going single file, And it's going to be very difficult to pass with how few cars are in this lead track. You saw San Benito trying to make a move on Stapleton, and there was nothing going down there on that inside lane. And Travis Crampton may be in control of this race right now. However, you saw that Talladega race on Saturday. You saw how the lap traffic came into effect in that one. Well, guess what? Stuart Gratton's going to have a say in who wins this race. And he's got a theoretical teammate right there in the 16 of Christian Master behind him. You know, I know there aren't any official owners here, but I know you guys love to play with the owners in this series. Lane Keys on Thomas Troxel right there, and Keys going to take that one away in the 99. And here we go. Christian Master will find a run on Travis Crampton. At least attempt to take the race lead here. You got Nathan Stapleton. I have a feeling he's going to go with his buddy Travis. Nope, he's not. He wants the win. And he may go 3 wide for the race lead here. I didn't think this was possible. I don't know if he's going to have a nose to the inside into the corner. Oh, boy, he's got it. How about that move out of Nathan Stapleton? They went side by side ahead of him, and that allowed him to peek right down, get to the inside of Master and Crampton going to tap that outside wall. Not exactly what he wanted, but that brought Nicholas Amedeo right into the fray. And I know he's got a chip on his shoulder. I know he does. Of course, he won the first race of the year on the channel. Superstar Series at Winchester. But, you know what? Hasn't been his normal self quite yet this year. But this has definitely given him a boost of confidence. Also in the Walla Cup Series as well, where I know he needs it. And, heck, even in this championship, too. He's 12th in points, only has gained 6 points from the first 2 races of the season. He would love to quadruple that here tonight. But he's not going to get that run. How about Blaine Keys, Thomas Troxel, and Tanner Parton, who all closed in on Crampton right there. And I feel like one of these 7 guys is going to go to victory lane in this race. How about Blaine Keys going 3 wide right there? Stapleton has taken it away officially from Christian Master. Here we go, lap traffic. Now the good thing about this place is much easier to get around the lap traffic than it is at a place like Talladega or Daytona. Because we run on the restricted engine, we've got such a wide racetrack here. There's a lot of room for these guys to go, and the groove is all over the place as well. So thankfully, at least for those top guys, it wasn't too bad. Master and Troxel are the 2 guys ironically getting held up by Gratton, but it's not too significant. You still got Turner and Barretto trying to get some points. Dylan Matthews, she's up here in the top 10 trying to get some points as well. For she was involved in the accident last week at Hillside, still going for her first points of the season here. And here we go for the race lead. Nicholas Amedeo on Nathan Stapleton. Crampton has rebounded, though, very well. And Amedeo had to slide it up, trying to get around that 97. And here we go, we're side by side for the race lead. And Tanner Parton almost gotten taken out there by Logan Williams. And everyone trying to drive around that as they lost their momentum. Turner and Barretto. Evasive action trying to get around those guys. Stapleton going to cross back over on these guys 3 wide for the race lead. And there's Blaine Keys trying to make it 4 wide. Master still in the middle of all of this as well. And all these guys, as Amedeo taps it just a little bit there. Not enough to ruin his race. And hey, don't count out this guy. Don't count out Thomas Troxel. Already going for his 2nd win of the season. I mean, you got the 2 guys who have already won the season. Very much in contention to win this race, with Stapleton leading right now, and Troxel taking 5th away from Amedeo, who's still stuck on the outside. Crampton going to pull way back there. In that 37, he's got to be careful right there, and he's going to really tap it. That's not good for Crampton, as he was taking the race lead just a lap ago. But Amedeo going to cross back over on Troxel. These guys are darting down off the exit of the corner. And it looks like Nicholas Amedeo, he might not have enough help to really get anything to go his way. How about Dylan Matthews? She's kind of found her way in this top 5. Fairly strong run for her right now. All she's got to do is keep it out the outside wall. And she will do that there, but she's going to lose some momentum. How about Jesse Turner? He's moving his way up here. But Nathan Stapleton holding on to this race lead. Looking to go 2 in a row, and once you know it, Thomas Troxel looking to get his 2nd win as well. But Nicholas Amedeo, he wants this one. He's done it here before in the past. I know. I have a good feeling about him here tonight. And you know what? This is the kind of place where you can get a very close finish as well. That suits him. Of course, that Mr. Edge terminology was coined right here in that 2017 Thanksgiving 500 when he blew up across the line to win. And he's given us so many great moments on the channel. Will give us another great one here tonight. It's only 3 laps to go. Edgar Barretto, Tanner Parton still in the mix here. Logan Williams as well. Crampton's kind of lost the main draft right here. And that's unfortunate for him because there are 10 guys in the main draft, so he's out of the points at the moment. For the race lead, it's Christian Master on Nathan Stapleton. Does he have enough help, though, to make the pass? If he can get around Stapleton, they stay side by side. That'll bring in Troxel and Sam Badillo and Dylan Matthews. And Master's going to get it right here on the 97, but that's going to open the door for Troxel. And you go side by side, you just lose the wake in the corner, and you slide right up. Nicholas Samadillo, he's going to try 4 wide. Dylan Matthews going all the way down to the wall. She wants it. She wants it on these guys. She's one of the least experienced drivers in the field right here, and she's going against some of the best drivers. She's got Jesse Turner right behind her, pushing her, and Turner's going to try to go 3 wide as Master takes the lead, but Stapleton going to take it back away as Troxel, he's going to fall back, and he just tapped the outside wall, and you know what? He's not going to win this race after that. And I don't think Sam Badillo's going to have a shot either. He's not in a good spot. But Nathan Stapleton, Christian Master, they've been dominant in this one so far. That 97 is quick. But he's going to have 1 lap to go. Across the line right here. Agar Barreto in the 71 is going to have a chance. Same with Jesse Turner in the 82, I feel like. But Dylan Matthews here trying to get the run on Stapleton on this white flag lap. Will Stapleton go 2 in a row? We'll find out. White flag in the air in the Coca-Cola 100k for Nathan Stapleton. Oh, but these guys, they got a bit of a gap right here, and they're going to have a run on this final lap. Dylan Matthews, Jesse Turner in the 82. Turner for second on Matthews. That's good news for Stapleton, but Stapleton sliding up the corner right there. And we'll have to see if this 82 machine has any shot. If there's anyone who can do it, it's going to be Turner, but he may be too far behind at this point to get enough of a run down the backstretch. Getting a push there from Dylan Matthews. She's staying in line. It's going to take a mistake out of Nathan Stapleton for him to lose this race. They're all shuffling around. Christian Master, Agar Barreto, and there's going to be a pretty good battle there for that 5th position, for that 4th position, almost 4 wide back in there, but no one's going to get to Nathan Stapleton. It's 2 in a row in the BodyArmor Pro Series for Nathan Stapleton here. Jesse Turner, Christian Master, Dylan Matthews, Agar Barreto, Tanner Parton, Logan Williams, Nicholas Samadillo, Travis Crampton, and Thomas Troxel, all receiving championship points here tonight. But I believe we got ourselves a new points leader, and that's Nathan Stapleton, who's going to get 2 of the first 3 races of the season in victory lane here in the BodyArmor Pro Series. How about that? It's just a mismatch for the Coke products here today. It's the BodyArmor Pro Series. They're owned by Coke. Powerade car, they're also owned by Coke. And hey, it's the Coca-Cola Superspeedway, and you know what? Yeah, I guess we can say they're owned by Coke. I don't know. They put their name on the racetrack. All you know is that Coke would not have wanted the Mountain Dew car to win because they're owned by PepsiCo, so that wouldn't have been what they wanted. So guess it wasn't going to be Sam Badillo's day, but he got some points there. But Stapleton, oh boy, what a way to start out the year for Nathan Stapleton here as a driver in the BodyArmor Pro Series. But look at that top 10, a lot of strong drivers getting points here today. Blaine Keys was in that main draft and couldn't quite get it. Everybody else had issues. Lost the main draft, hit the outside wall at some point, and fell back. Nathan Stapleton, though, he gets the job done here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. That was some fun racing there, and that's the thing about this series, I wouldn't necessarily want that as a cup race, and that's why the series exists, so we can utilize some of these tracks that, may not be a good cup race, good cup track for what I want for the Wawa Cup Series. But hey, they're great for this, and we're going to be going to a lot of tracks this year that we haven't gone to in quite some time on the channel as well, including our next race at GNC Stunt Road. Dirt Extreme is back. First time we've run Dirt Extreme since 2017, I do believe. 7 years since we've done that race, and hey, it's going to be a lot of fun seeing these guys go after it on the Supercross track. And, hey, I'm feeling good about Nathan Stapleton again to get that done. We did not, and I'm not going to make this mistake again. I almost hit the escape button. We did that the first time I did the Pro Series right there. Go over the fastest lap there. So the way Dirt Extreme is going to work, just for your reference, we're going to have ourselves 2 heats of 12 cars each, and the top 6 from each heat advance onto the feature. Each race is going to be 10 laps long, and in that feature, that's where the points will be determined. So if you have a fastest lap on an odd number, you're going to be in the first heat, and a fast lap on the even number will be in the second heat. So Travis Crampton got the fast lap here tonight, so he'll start on the pole alongside Jesse Turner, Blaine Keys, Dylan Matthews, Nathan Stapleton there in heat number 1. Nicholas Samedeo has the pole for heat number 2 alongside Troxel, Barretto, Fogelman, and Williams, and it'll go as such throughout the fastest lap right there. We'll mark that for the next race 2 weeks from now. It'll be the first Monday night in May when we go to DMC Stunt Road. And there was one driver who failed to complete a lap, and that was, of course, Brad Stover, so he will start in 12th for heat number 2. So yeah, that's that. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed it. First race in a while I've called without a co-commentator, but this is the race to do it. A nice short race, and I didn't lose my voice doing it. You know, one of the big reasons why I have co-commentators, obviously you guys all do a great job, is so that I can take a break to get a drink. But hey, a race like this, I just keep on going. I can't shut up, and Nathan Stapleton gets the job done, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes in the next race here in the BodyArmor Pro Series. We're going to have a lot of great races coming up here in the next few weeks. Obviously, we got Dover coming up this weekend in the Her Sprint Series and the Wall Wall Cup Series, my home racetrack. I'm excited for that one. That's going to be some fun stuff there. And yeah, we got Kansas after that. Then we got ourselves Auto Club coming back. It could be, you know, don't quote me on this. It could be the last Auto Club race in the Wall Wall Cup Series. Don't quote me on that one. You know, we're going to have to see for next year, but hey, it's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of great stuff coming up, and all leading up to the Indianapolis 250. We're excited for that one coming up, and hey, the biggest race of the year on the channel is just about a month away. Nathan Stapleton gets the job done here at the Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Here are the points after 3 races in the BodyArmor Pro Series, and hey, huge thanks to absolutely no one for joining me here, but hey, y'all got lives, it's all good. Thank you so much for watching once again. Congratulations to Nathan Stapleton. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time for Dirt Extreme 5. That's going to be a lot of fun there at GNC Stunt Road. I will see you guys later.